These were the years when the tide came in. These were the years when the United States started to move again. Plastics.
Well, she got her daddy's car and she cruised through the hamburger stand now. Seems she forgot all about the library like she told her old man now. And with the radio blasting goes cruising just as fast as she can now. And she'll have fun, fun, fun till her daddy takes a T-bird away. Fun, fun, fun till her daddy takes a T-bird away. 1, 2, 3, fill it up! Fill it up!
I always think of the administration building, the old 100 wing, and the old gymnasium, which served as an auditorium for many, many years back when it was Northeast High School. I'm sorry that very few vestiges of it in its former state still exist, but time goes on. It's not so much the buildings, but it's all the people that pass through them. And that's what I think of when I think of MacArthur High School.
What MacArthur means to me is the friendships that were formed then and have lasted all the way till now. They just don't go away. They ebb and flow with time, but we still stick together.
No one had as much fun as me. I loved school, and I loved my friends. It was, you know, the happiest time of your life. I think that might be a little cliche, but I think it is the happiest time of your life. My fondest memory is riding the bus with the lassies and winning or losing, singing "Blue Lights Will Shine Tonight." All up and down the streets near the high school, everybody put blue bulbs in their home lights, you know, their street lights. If we won, the blue lights would be shining, and if we lost, it'd be dark. So it was blue lights will shine tonight, blue lights will shine. Blue lights will shine tonight, blue lights will shine. Blue lights will shine tonight all down the line. Blue lights will shine tonight, won't that be fine? Blue lights will shine tonight, won't that be fine? I think was the last line.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
The most intense thing that happened to me in high school, probably our senior year. Jimmy Steves and I having all the parties that we used to have over on Austin Highway on Friday nights, and we always had such a great time, and we had so many people show up, and that's how Jimmy and I, you know, we made money during high school, and we had a great time doing it. Every Friday at noon, everybody would come up to Jimmy and I and they'd say, okay, where's the party going to be tonight? How do we get it? Who do we pay? What do we do? And Jimmy and I would set these keg parties up, and we had a ball doing that. We'd always do it. The Westerner was our favorite place. And it was a lot of fun, a lot of fun.
On a Sunday afternoon.
Karen Kruger, I'll just say her name. Karen Kruger and I were two people on the swim team that got kicked off of the swim team because we were in Dallas at a Beta Club convention and we were caught drinking. So we came back and we were kicked off the swim team. So there you go. That's a good memory.
And back then, there was no big issue with guns, and we weren't all crazy. Most of the guys brought guns to school. We had that big field behind MacArthur by the railroad tracks. Dave Garrett and I went back there shooting all the time. I had a Jeep, and the red Jeep, I don't know how many people remember that. Had a big Auga horn in it. And I left the shotgun in it, nobody touched it. And it was just a standard deal. Dave and I would go back there, we'd shoot a box of shells, maybe shoot some dove, and grab a couple Dr. Peppers, and then we went home to do homework.
I skipped out of school one day for lunch. I felt so guilty. With Steffi Ellis and Donna Yaman and Vicki Yates. And I just was so scared the whole time. I never did it again.
Senior year, Coach Mosley, shortly after the basketball season, quits, resigns. So as the basketball team, we're now in 6th and 7th period with no supervision whatsoever. We raided the supply room, and all the seniors took their warm-up pants for the game uniforms, which were pretty special back then. And I remember coming back to watch the basketball games over Christmas break, freshman year of college, and going to Blossom, and Mac played like the 3rd game that night, and they were the only team that had no warm-up pants that year, because we know what happened to all of them.
When we were freshmen, and we had, all freshman girls had to take PE, and it was a huge class. It was more than 30 in the class. It was probably, seemed like 60 or 90. And after we had the rules all explained to us, and we had to put on the ugly gym shorts, ugly gym shirt, but the rule was that every day, after gym class, you had to take a shower before going back to your next class. And if you didn't, you were going to get some points deducted from your final average. And I just panicked. I thought it was a gang shower, not curtains in every stall. But Chris Treiber found a way for us to shower, or not really shower, but to get away with not showering. She kind of, you put your body in real fast, wet your towel, and then she would just check your towel and you were just fine. So we never got any points deducted from our grade. So we both passed PE without ever showering.
We were not necessarily picking on this person, but it was more of a crime of opportunity. We had happened to be driving around, somebody had a pickup truck, and we found a dead skunk, and we were driving in the neighborhood and happened to be going by Susie Henderson's house. So we got the bright idea to put it on her front doorstep and ring the doorbell, and got a big chuckle out of that. I don't think Susie ever found out who did it or whatever, so Susie, we apologize.
Okay, this one's easy to answer. It's easier to ask me who I didn't have a crush on.
Here are the guys I had a crush on in high school. Vince Covert.
And I had a crush on a whole bunch of different girls over a long period of time.
Kenny Lawrence.
Steve Davis in the white Impala.
Bill Hammond.
Vince Covert and the Triumph Spitfire.
All the guys in Speedos on the swim team.
In my homeroom, Melanie Connolly and
Bill Holder in the GTO.
And Sandy Compton.
Trip Bennett in the Volvo.
Cindy Jacobs, I already, didn't everybody?
And then thank God for Glenn Burton, who came to all our Spin the Bottle parties, because he was fun to kiss.
And of course, Dickie and his grandmother's Rambler.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you something. I think you'll understand.
I think the best time at MacArthur was when we were in the playoffs our freshman year. And I think about going to the games, and I think about Kay and I went to those games. One of them that was at, I think we were playing Harlandale at Alamo Stadium. And I mean, I can remember exactly what she said to me when we were on Broadway getting ready to turn right on Hildebrand, and she called me Gurf, and she said, Gurf, I want you to know that I'm just going to this game with you as a friend. And I thought, oh, wow. And I thought there was really something special. And however many 40-something years later now, it was special, but she just didn't know it yet.
I think the thing about me that happened in high school that was probably like the most out of the ordinary, or I don't know, the worst thing that could ever happen, I think everybody knows, you know, that Butch and I got pregnant in high school. I mean, that's like the F word is to bad words. You know, it's like the worst thing you could ever do. So I don't know that I have any secrets.